What's going on? I'm Jesse North with Discover Jersey Arts, and I'm standing outside the Surflight Theatre in Beach Haven, New Jersey. This 450-seat theater has been entertaining Long Beach Island for over 60 years with musicals, plays, and concerts. Let's go inside to get a backstage tour. So I'm here with Kevin Jager, company manager for the Surflight Theatre. Hey Kevin, how are you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Thank you for having us on this
course.
tour of the Surflight.
Of course.
How long have you been with the Surflight?
I started Surflight in January of 2009. I came in as an actor actually for their children's theater tour, and then I stayed and worked at the show place, and I've done a few shows on the main stage and some backstage stuff, so I've been all over the Surflight since January of 2009.
That's great. So are you going to take us on a tour of the place, show us around?
Sure, let's get going.
Great, let's go.
Awesome. Well, here we are at what is now the Surflight Scenic shop, where they build a lot of the sets that happen for the shows. But this actually used to be the original location of the Surflight Theatre. When the Surflight Theatre was founded in 1950 by Joseph P. Hayes, it was originally a 2,200-seat shaky tent right here on this plot, where they did one show with a cast of 60 and a giant orchestra, which they realized they didn't have enough money to sustain that through an entire season. But this is where it originally was located, the Surflight, and the first Surflight production was performed right here.
Now tell me about this. Tell me about this sign, Hefty Hideaway.
The Hefty Hideaway was actually it's from the production of Hairspray that Surflight did in the season last summer for the 60th inaugural season of Surflight. And the Hefty Hideaway sign is part of the show, and the backstage crew really enjoyed the sign, so they put it right above the top of the shop to be the Hefty Hideaway, where we build our sets and our props here at Surflight. Now, above our scenic shop, you'll find the Dolores Mueller Cast House, which was built in 2006 to house some of our artists. The original cast house is actually still built. It's over there about 3 or 4 streets over. The cast used to actually have to trek over to the theater to rehearse and perform, but in 2006 the Dolores Mueller Cast House was built, which has 12 rooms. I believe we've been able to fit about 50 to 60 people in here with the size of the rooms and the bathrooms and accommodations. And it's been a great way to have some artists who can't actually come here and live somewhere else on their own, have a place to house some really talented artists who can then go right into the Surflight and perform. We now find ourselves in the Surflight lobby. This is the Surflight Theater's lobby right here. One of the cool things about the Surflight Theater is they always like to, as we bring in talent from New York City and abroad, but we like to recognize the local talent that we have here as well. So if you look up on the walls, you'll see that we have paintings and artwork that's displaying artists who are from Long Beach Island. So it's a great way to kind of bring in the beauty and the culture of the place we actually are as we enhance it by bringing in productions with people from New York and all over the country. If you see along here, this is our summer season cast. This is our cast of Cabaret, which is going on right now. And some of these people will stay on through the next production, which is Mapping Mabel. Alrighty, and like many audience members before us, let's go ahead and enter into the Surflight Theater.
Wow, it's cavernous.
This is the Surflight Theater. It's a 450-seat theater. It is a large enough theater to bring in a big group for an audience, but it's also a nice enough size that you feel like you get an intimate setting, so that things like our production of Cabaret, which is a much more conceptual piece, is able to be easily read because there's nothing that you're so far away you can't see little intricate moments. You can really experience it in an intimate setting here at the Surflight. And there have been times when a show has been so highly in demand that we've actually brought in chairs for people, and people have sat on folding chairs just to experience the show here at Surflight. So it's a really amazing renovated space. We have full air conditioning. As you can see, it's a very complicated lighting and technical design theater. We actually have, Surflight is really nice. The way it's been built, it's very acoustically sound. So while we do have a really state-of-the-art microphone system, you also are able to use your voice to project. So the microphones are there merely to help to get the sound out there. But what's great about Surflight is if somebody screams on stage, you can really feel it and really hear it, because you're not 3,000 rows in the back.
Why don't you demonstrate a scream for us?
Ah! And you can hear it bouncing off the wall.
Sounded pretty real to me.
Sounds pretty real. So this is a really great moment. I mean, this is what we live for as actors. This is what we live for as performers. This is even what we live for as technicians, to see what you imagine and what you built up on the stage in front of all these people. Now we've seen the glamorous side of the Surflight Theater, so let's go through this.
Go behind the scenes, see where the magic happens.
Exactly, see what makes the magic happen on the stage, right this way.